Hi, everyone. This is Jackie with Waterbearer Light and Intuition. Welcome or welcome back. All right, so this is going to be a love reading for the sign of Taurus, and we will see what Spirit has in store for us here as far as the person on your mind and what is going on in the way of love for the sign of Taurus. So it'll be Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. So those are the major placements, but anyone who has a Taurus placement in their chart, this may resonate. So, all right. Just keep in mind that roles may be reversed. Masculine can be feminine, feminine can be masculine. And this is a collective reading, so please take what resonates and leave the rest. And then also, please like, share, subscribe, comment below, especially if it resonates with you. I'd love to hear. And it'll keep me, doing more of these readings for you. I'm kind of doing one for all different signs, so I'm curious how many people are the different signs are interested. So, all right. Spirit, what do you have to tell us for the sign of Taurus? Okay. Well, the first card out we have is blocked. Moving on. Nothing to say. Stop calling. All right. Well, that's an interesting way to start a reading. And then the second card out was waves. Emotions, worry, and fear. Okay. So it looks like someone blocked the other person. And it's causing someone to be in their emotions, causing someone to worry and have some fear here. So, Spirit, what else do you have to tell us about the sign of Taurus and the person on their mind? All right. So we have lust, greed, by any means necessary and inconsiderate. We have vacay, get away, relax, and have fun. And we have thrills, continuous cycles, bad decisions, and addictions. All right. Looking so far in the very beginning here, someone's obviously been lustful, and maybe it's that the lust in conjunction with addictions or continuous cycles. That thrills card reminds me of the devil card. So making bad decisions. It's possible that your person has been in like a lustful energy and just going for these bad decisions and having multiple addictions, maybe sex, alcohol, the D word, and could be all sorts of things. But it looks like you blocked this person because maybe you had enough, and now they're feeling emotional about that. They're pretty worried, and I think that in your mind, like, all you want to do is just kind of get away and forget about this. And maybe your person is just kind of wanting to just relax and have fun, thinking nothing of it. That's the way I'm reading that. But all right, Spirit, what else do you have to tell us for Taurus and the person on their mind? Oops. As far as love, I had one card that come out. Anything else, Spirit? What do you have to tell us? Okay, well, we'll go with the one card here. Okay, so we have sippin', rumors, gossip, and nosy. Okay, so maybe they've been out with friends, hearing rumors, or maybe you heard some gossip about this person. Maybe you heard some rumors that this person's been lustful behind your back with a third party. They made some bad decisions. Maybe they have a continuous cycle as far as having third parties. All right, we have two-faced, double life, cheater, and backstabber. So yeah, obviously your person is, hiding things from you and living some kind of double life where, if you were in a relationship together, maybe they cheated on you with a third party. Um, maybe they made you the third party. And that's just one of their things. They were lustful toward you and they just wanted to have like a one night stand or have you on the side as, one of their thrills. So, people are talking obviously, but yeah, they're definitely living some kind of double life here. And then we have smell the roses. Slow down, take some you time, get out in nature. Yeah. So it's definitely time for the collective to just, take some time to yourself, which is a good thing that you block this person, trying to move on here and trying to, introspect and heal from this situation. It's always good to get out in nature and kind of ground yourself here. Ooh, okay. So, okay. So we have glow up, new opportunities, new career, successful business. So it looks like, after this situation, you all are going through a glow up here. Maybe that's part of what the rumors are. And why maybe your person's being nosy because they're hearing gossip. Since you blocked them, you're glowing up here. You took some you time, you're doing you're hanging out with friends, you're, chilling out here and, just hermiting at home, but then, hanging out with family and friends, getting out in nature, just doing things that make you happy. Obviously, this person is probably upset that, you're happy without them, but you're glowing up here. You're having possible new opportunities as far as your job. You could be a business owner, which, is becoming successful or is already successful. Looks like you might actually be starting a new business here as well that will be, successful. But yeah, lots of opportunities for you. So yeah, that's a really good thing. And then we have masculine energy, authority, discipline, and father figure. So this looks like to me that someone is noticing your glow up, and I don't think it's your person. Looks like you might have, one of these new opportunities is this new masculine energy. So, masculine can be, you know, male or female. It doesn't matter. We all have both masculine and feminine energies inside of all of us. So, take it as it resonates. But yeah, it looks to me like you have new energy coming in here because of your glow up. Somebody has noticed your glow up here. So that's pretty awesome. Good for you. So it's always good to, move on and see what else is out there. All right. So let's shuffle these again. We'll get into tarot here and see what that has to tell us. Oh, goodness. All right. Well, first card out, we have the Nine of Pentacles. That was super fast. That like flew out of the deck here. So that just, corroborates what I just said. You are glowing up here, and that, to me, those cards go hand in hand. You took this situation here and you blocked this person, you walked away, and you started glowing up here. And I think that is amazing. And obviously people are noticing, they're talking about you, but hey, when people are jealous, you're doing something right. So yeah. And the Nine of Pentacles energy, you're stable, you're successful, you're independent. Good for you. That is fantastic. All right, what else do we have here? All right, we have the King of Wands. So this might be that new passionate energy, that masculine energy that's coming in here. Wow. Because, I mean, look at this. The King of Wands is looking at, the Nine of Pentacles here. Like, she's just kind of like looking like, yeah, I'm good, I'm looking good, I'm smelling good. I got my shit together here. And this King of Wands is noticing. Like he is staring right at her. That's pretty amazing. All right. What else do we have, Spirit, for the sign of Taurus as far as love? What else? What other information do you have here for us? All right. We have the Lovers. Oh, wow. That is amazing. I'm going to take my pen here because, just in case, until I'm able to cover it up. Okay. Wow. So you are in your Nine of Pentacles energy here. You are doing your thing. You are just working on yourself and just trying to be your best self. You have a King of Wands here, this masculine energy that notices you and, is obviously, just loving it. So, the Lovers is a choice in love. Your person, this person here might come back. To see if try to fight for this relationship or whatever you all had. So you might have a choice between that person and this new person, but yeah, like the Lovers, oh my gosh, absolutely awesome. All right, Spirit, what else do we have here? Okay, we have the Ten of Swords. So I'm going to try to fit this in underneath my pen here. Let's see. I don't want to mess up cards too bad. Okay. So, yeah. Like I said earlier, or just a minute ago, you're in your Nine of Pentacles energy. The King of Wands, this new King of Wands is noticing you. We have the Lovers here. So, it's going to be just full of love and, excitement. It's just going to be awesome. Your person is here with the Ten of Swords because they know that you are moving on. I mean, you blocked them. You said you were moving on, but when they see you with someone else, they are really going to know that you are moving on. I mean, maybe, you'll meet this person on a vacation. Maybe you'll meet this person and want to go on a vacation and get away. Yeah. Well, and then people will really have something to talk about, right? Once you're with this new King of Wands. That's awesome. What else do you have to tell us, Spirit, about Taurus and love? All right. And we have the Devil. So, the Devil is about toxicity, toxic patterns, toxic habits, addictions, which, kind of coincidentally fell right under thrills here. But I'm feeling like, this person or the Devil energy. Let's see, I'm going to try to cover this with my crystals here, just in case YouTube is not happy with me. So yeah, I think your person, they are really, really upset. And, they have all of those 10 swords in their back. And it's, in part because of them being in Devil energy. So, unfortunately, they're going to have to watch you move on with this other person. And you are just going to be super happy. Spirit, what else do you have to tell us? Well, we have two cards that came out. We had the Ace of Cups and the World. Oh my goodness. So the Ace of Cups is a new beginning in love. And the World is beginnings and endings of cycles. So, you're ending this cycle, or you've already, ended it here with this person. Now, if you do wind up having a choice here between this old person here, previous person, and this new person, it'll be basically ending the cycle with the old person and starting a new cycle here with this new person. But yeah, having the Lovers and the Ace of Cups, wow, that's pretty amazing, Taurus. I love that for you. Spirit, what else do you have to tell us? What other information can you give Taurus here? shuffle one more time. All right. Ooh, okay, that was fast. Wow, the Hierophant. Okay, so higher level commitment. You know, this person, this King of Wands is coming in, you know, wanting to commit to you. And what a stark difference from what you just came from. Yeah, that's awesome. What else do you have for us, Spirit? I'm loving this reading so far for you. Anyone with a Taurus placement here, this is just unbelievably awesome. This is like the best reading that I've done in a long time for anybody. I'm jealous. That's amazing. Spirit, what else do you have to tell us? What other information can you give us here for Taurus placements? 2 more cards, if you don't mind. Whoop, okay, there's one. We have the Fool. So new beginnings, taking a leap of faith. And, you'll be here in your 9 of Pentacles energy here, just being independent and, loving life and, not even probably thinking about someone new coming along. And, then this person comes and, you're just going to be in that mindset to take this leap of faith with this person, because this person's going to come in and, just be completely different. It seems like from what this other person was showing you. This other person could have been a karmic partner, or a friend, situationship, whatever the case may be. Just take it as it resonates for your situation. But yeah, stark difference between what you had just gone through and what is, in store for you as well. That's pretty amazing. All right, one more card for Taurus here, Spirit, if you don't mind. Let's see what else you have in store for us. The Empress. So this person sees you as the Empress. Wow. And the Empress embodies all of the queens. So, yeah, I have goosebumps. Like, this is an awesome reading. Wow. Taurus, you're going to be so happy. Just, kind of surrendering to the universe, doing your thing. You have, new opportunities with, with life, with love, with business or career. And it looks like you're going to just be super happy here. And unfortunately, you're going to leave this other person living in their devil energy, unfortunately. But all right, let's see here. I'm trying to think of where I want to go here. We'll do some cosmic insights. See if anything comes out for this. See what comes out. Okay. Spirit, what can you tell us? What information can you give Taurus here about what's coming up for them? All right. We have cycles, fate, karma, something ending, something beginning. So basically the World. That is the World card right there. That is just corroborating that and, saying the same thing. So, you have good karma coming toward you. And unfortunately, I'm thinking, like I was saying, that I think that your past person was a karmic, maybe, karmic partner for you, or a karmic person in your life, just meant to teach you lessons. And it looks like you learned a lesson, you're moving on. And now, with that ending, you have this awesome, awesome new beginning. So that is amazing. Amazing. All right. We have Mercury retrograde, electronic issues, communication issues, review everything. So I know we're not in Mercury retrograde anymore, but it's always good to, just take your time. You might have communication issues, maybe just in general, but just kind of take things as they come and try to look at everything with a fresh new set of eyes here. All right. Spirit, what else do you have to tell us for Taurus? Maybe a couple more cards. All right. We have give it time. Everything in divine timing. Let things flow. Okay. So yeah, definitely just surrender to the universe here. What else do you have to tell us, Spirit? One more card, if you don't mind, please. Okay. Okay. So we have divorce, experiencing a breakup. So this could indicate the breakup that, you know, you had either with this person as, you know, a love relationship. It could be a friendship, situationship. You know, this new person, your King of Wands, could also be going through a divorce. So yeah, it could go on both sides there. But let's see. We'll get some of these oracles and then we'll close out. What advice do you have for Taurus, Spirit? All right. Deep in your heart, you already know the answer. Do what feels right. Which I feel like you're doing so far already. So just keep doing what you're doing. You know, you followed your heart. You got away from this person, this past person, and you know you're moving on and doing things for yourself, which is magnetically attracting, you know, the right partner on the right frequency for you. We have closed your eyes and tell yourself that you deserve to feel joyful. You can allow joy into your life regardless of the circumstances you finally find yourself in. You currently find yourself in. So yeah, definitely. I think that, you know, that's what you're doing. I think that you're allowing joy into your life, and you know, you're just in your Nine of Pentacles energy, and you know, you deserve this. So if any part of you feels like you don't deserve this, this is just a reminder from Spirit that you do deserve this, and you are worthy. Okay. And we have sexual union. Honor the place in one another where you are one eternal soul, for there you will find true bliss. All right. I'm feeling like that is talking about this new love that you have on the horizon here. And yeah, so this is an awesome reading for you, Taurus, and Taurus placements. This was such a pleasure to do this for you. I hope that if this resonates, like I was saying earlier, please like, share, subscribe, and comment down below, especially if it resonated, so that I know. And I'm wishing you all the best. So yeah, I'm going to close this out here. So Taurus, I hope that, you know, you all are doing well, and, you know, stay well. And until next time, namaste.